Hey Capricorn loves, welcome to your rune reading. Thank you so much for joining me for the free reading. I am going to have a couple other readings up that are extended for different sectors. Unfortunately, I can't put them all into one video right now, but eventually that is the plan. So give me a few moments because your reading is very, very interesting. We're going to start off with runes for the free read. So I have here Iwaz, which is the sacred horse, the balancing of things in the universe, stability. Give me a second here. I need to see movement forward, carefully focusing on the tools that you will need to help you get there. This rune actually came in sideways. So this is telling me that this is something that within the recent past, you are already very well apt. You are aware, you have everything you need to get you where you need to go. Now you also have this rune. So you have Iwaz. This is the sacred horse. So this talks about movement forward in the correct flow. You have Othella as well. Now Othella is the rune of ancestral property. It is a rune of inheritance. It is a rune of freedom and independence. Through a releasing of ideas and things that keep you stuck, you will feel free. You will inherit from someone. Now, this is neutralized. So what's funny is one of these runes was pointing north earlier. Oh, this was the one that was pointing north. So I feel like you're going to be inheriting something, most likely either someone who lives in like a northern direction of you, or in like a northern state, something like that. Or if you don't have anybody like that, you will be inheriting some type of knowledge from the energy of the north. You need to look and Google like research spirits of the north or energy of the north, something like that. And you'll find the answer that whatever that's keeping you stuck, it's going to give you the right energy to help you overcome this so you can inherit whatever it is that you need. I feel like you're going to be inheriting freedom and independence. But again, it won't be until you release these old thoughts and actions. Now you also have another rune here that it's an interesting rune because a lot of your runes came out sideways. I typically say they're neutralized. This is, hold on one second. This is the sun. So the sun rune came out. Sowalo. I always say it wrong. I'm sorry, guys. And it talks about a circle or cycle of completion. Wholeness, the sun, the path to awareness and self-knowledge. See your dark side, that which makes you destructive to yourself and others, your ego. Seek to change, to heal, and be complete within yourself. This is a rune that cannot be reversed. So this is one of the runes that talks about ego, but it talks about accepting your ego for what it is, for what it does, meaning the darker parts of you or your shadow side. If you do shadow work and you're witchy and you know you need to do it, this might be a hint that you should. I would suggest doing shadow work with a practitioner who is apt on shadow work or is knowledgeable, or at least read up on it, because shadow work is just another word for ego work. But once you learn how to break down your ego, then you get the sun. You also have the Rune of Joy here. And the Rune of Joy is pronounced as Jera. So, hang on, I want to make sure you guys can see it in the camera. Jera or Vera is a rune that talks about reaping rewards when your world seems stagnant. Harvest the seeds you have planted. Gain fruitions in the future. Things happen in their own time and space when they are supposed to. So this is a rune that cannot be reversed. So this is good because this is saying, this is almost like the wheel for those of you who are tarot. And I am going to do the tarot and runes in the extended. But I did want to point out that was Yera or Vera or Yera. Sorry, Yera. What happens is if you have anything that you planted about 6 months ago, ideas, thoughts, concerns, let's say, for example, you talked to your boss about getting a promotion 6 months ago and they said, oh yeah, but we'll talk about that more, and they haven't done anything since. Now would be the time to research and see if they have done anything towards that promotion that you have been working on. This isn't the time to sign contracts on it because Mercury is retrograde in Aquarius, but once the retrograde ends up coming out on February 22nd, then I would suggest moving forward with, if you want a promotion, that thing. But for those of you who are looking for not work or something in love and romance that's more committed, that would be your ideal time to enjoy this rune. So also, whatever you've put out is coming back to you now. So that's good. So for those of you who for the last 6 months have put out nothing but positive energy, here are your rewards. Congratulations. The universe has heard you. You have passed your test. Now you also have this rune. You had Iwaz, you had Jera, you had, hang on a second here. You had the sun. I think I had 2 suns in this one. I can't remember. I always think it's 2 suns, but it's not. Hold on. You had the Rune of Free Will. You had, yeah, maybe I did have 2 suns. Oh, that's crazy. They look exactly the same. See, that's the thing about this. I think they did give me an extra one. I always laugh at that because, like, they gave me 2 sunny runes. Because I already told. Oh, no. Here we go. They look the same, but they're not. Because if you put it this way, there we go. The tree. Stability, doing the right things. Patience, perseverance. Endurance. Decide what is the right way to get things accomplished in your life. Cannot be reversed again. So this is also sideways. So again, you're working a lot out on your conscious mind from your subconscious mind. Congratulations. You're really starting to work it out, Capricorn. But will you change things for the future? That is ultimately and fundamentally your choice with your free will. Which, funny enough, you actually got the free will card. Free will rune. I always say card, but it's because I do tarot so much. But with this rune in particular, this rune was not added until the 1980s. So some people like to keep this in. I prefer to keep it in when I feel it is necessary. Sometimes I will take it out, but I felt like for this general reading, it was definitely necessary to keep in. And what I have here with this rune in particular is, if you are a person who is trying to mitigate their life through abundance and stability, your free will is playing a very big role right now. And this is a anything can goes kind of rune. So you need to be up and up on whatever it is that you're doing. You need to be prepared as well. So I did want to point that out. But you also have 3 more runes we got to talk about. Because the next rune that I'm going to talk about is actually... Oh, I forgot to mention. Anything is possible with your manifestation abilities with the blank rune. Some people call this the Odin's rune. I think since you have this rune and you have the tree rune, this is definitely a time of sacred knowledge, because Odin is known for his infamous story of how he hung himself. The Hanged Man is reversed in the tarot, and it to me is meant to represent Odin, because for 9 days Odin hung himself upside down by his foot on the tree of life for 9 days to gain sacred knowledge, and he also sacrificed one of his eyes in order to receive that knowledge and to retain it. Now, I'm not saying do anything that extravagant, because it is a mythology, it is a story, but most mythologies and legends and stories have some type of truth around them, as we know. So, you know, kind of be about your wits. You guys usually are Capricorn, but sometimes, you know, especially during retrogrades, we forget and we get a little relaxed. You might want to stay up on your wits this month. Also, I have here Uraz, brute strength. Strength, home, love on all sides, health, changes, and a forceful masculine archetype, which I already did your tarot reading with the runes. So, because I'm having to record this again because Mercury retrograde sucks. Anyway, the point is that this is coming up again for you having to deal with energies that are positive masculine energies and negative masculine energies. And you're being tested as to, again, whenever anything's sideways, I always read free will. And your free will is heavily coming in here. You're being tested big time about your free will, which Capricorn can mean a good thing or a bad thing. But you also have the Rune of Joy, and it was face down on the table. So that tells me until you work these energies out, you will not receive the joy that you are looking for at this moment in time. This talks about you reaping bliss and glory, peace, pleasure, self-worth, joy, and serenity, happy results, harmony, prosperity. But since it was face down, this has yet to come because you have to work out all of these issues right now. And then we're going to end, because my Mac is about to die, we're going to end on this rune. This rune also came in sideways, which talks about attitudes towards others and theirs towards you. But I want to make sure I give you the right name for this because, hang on here. Hang on. Here we go. Manas. I just learned all their names I want to say over 2 years ago, and I hardly get rune requests, but I've been feeling really pulled to use these. So usually I use these for myself, but I'm getting you guys are supposed to be using them more and more. So I'm supposed to be using them for you guys more and more, I should say. So with this rune in particular, Manas, the nature of humanity, the self and its place in the collective consciousness of humanity. And it also says we are a part of the collective unconsciousness. We are all one. But really what it means is we are at the same time a part of the collective consciousness of divine humanity that is woke. And we are also a part of the collective unconsciousness that is not woke. Meaning we are always all one, and we are always interconnected. Your attitude towards others and theirs towards you. Take this time for personal reflection. So this is the time for you, Capricorn, to reflect on how you treat others and how your attitude about other people affects what opportunities you are given. Now, I also pulled 3 cards from another deck that kind of helps you ground down your free will with the 3 Muses card, the Lodestone card, and the Wand, which we're going to go over in the extended with the tarot. So other than that, guys, thank you so much for joining me for your rune reading. Please go ahead and make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell whenever you can. I'm going to do your astrology reading, and I'm also going to have up your love and romance readings with the tarot of sexual magic and my romance angels oracles. So stay tuned. Until then, I love you all, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye, Capricorn.